Okay, we've just left the coal processing plant and we're following Wollombi Road, going up to Wine Country Drive in the middle of Cessnock, where we turn left and follow that road to the airport. Just checking out the car traffic down there. Sitting on about 100 knots. I just ease back on the collective a bit and trim up. That's better. So Cessnock, quite a large country town. Radar altitude about 200 feet. See heaps of detail, typical Aussie backyards down there. Hills hoist, the old swimming pool. There's a nice little lake over there, some parklands. And here's waypoint 8 coming up, intersection. So should see one.
Yankee Mike November Delta traffic Cessna Victor Hotel Foxtrot Victor.
Wine Country Drive, taken off to the left. That must be it right here, I'd say. There's a canal running through that. That is super cool. Wow. Stormwater drains. Very well rendered too. Used to have a lot of fun exploring those as a kid. This video is not meant for kids, so I can say stuff like that. It's not meant to be lifestyle advice. Some playing fields there. Let's follow this nice looking road. There's a cemetery. Okay, I recognise that from previous circuits around here in the MiG yesterday. So the airport should be, I think, pretty much 11 o'clock. We'll see how we go. It's about 2 or 3 miles, I think, from there. There's a huge plateau, which is lots of fun to explore over to the west and south. And there's the airport coming up. Road's going to go right past it. Excellent. Swimming pool, I think. Possibly basketball court or something. Okay, here we go. So I'll just follow the road and land near those hangars, I think. That's just awesome. Okay, let's get rid of some speed here. Also cancel the trim. There we go. Right, 70 knots. 60, 40, a bit more collective. So good, we bled off a lot of speed down to about 20 knots now. Very slow now. Watch the trees. Still pretty high. The trees, I mean. Okay, see if I can plonk it down in there. Watch the rate of descent. I'm just going visually now, not even looking at the instruments. And it's great, you get a pretty good idea of what's happening because of the fantastic world engine we got here. Right. This is pretty much where I want to be. And down now. Whew, yay. Didn't break anything. Okay. So that's the last two waypoints of the Cessnock flight from Australia 1. Great fun. So I'm in the Bell 407, approaching waypoint 7 in the Cessnock, Singleton and Mount Thorley Warkworth mine mission from Australia Volume 1 in MiGMan's World Tour. So between waypoints 7 and 8 we fly across this very rugged terrain, which you can see how rugged it is. It's like peak Australian bushland near the east coast of Australia, heavily wooded, deep ravines, and just looks awesome. So altitude is about 1600 feet. I'm just going to adjust the altimeter again. And yeah, we're 1760. Okay. Just coming right a bit. So you've got about, without looking at the map, about 20 miles, 15 to 20 miles of this kind of terrain. Then we'll reach the coal processing plant at waypoint 7, which we can just start to see peeking out when they're at the end of this mountainous area. It's really fun to explore the north edge of this mountainous area as well, but we'll do that in a later flight. So we'll just stick to the plan for now. Come back north a bit. So as we get to the edge of this area, you can see some farmland appearing about 1 o'clock there. There's all kinds of lakes and ponds and pathways and fields, farmhouses all along the edge of this area, which I'll be checking out later. Hours of fun. So I'll descend a little bit here to get a closer look. Yeah, look at that incredible rolling terrain. It's got roads running through it. You can see some kind of, probably, I don't know, given the area, it's probably grapes, olives. We're in the Hunter Valley area, which is famous for its wines, world-class wines. There's a farmhouse nestled in there. Just come a little bit back to the north, and when we get over this next ridge we should see the coal processing plant. There's a pond in there. Some more farmhouses. Yeah. Better add some collective here. We should get a nice reveal. Cessnock should be up to the north there, and coal processing plant right in front of us. There it is. Doing about 90 knots, so I'll ease back on the collective as we descend. We'll do a sweep round the eastern perimeter, past those 3 ponds, then head up to Cessnock. Watch the speed here, yeah, up to 110 knots already. We pull back, put the collective right down. Yeah, we're just gliding down now. Okay. Right, there's waypoint 7. Look at that, awesome. 60 knots. Let's put the collective back in. You could spend half an hour down here just exploring this plant actually. Super interesting. And actually, yeah, I did place waypoint 7 in the middle pond there because they're easy to see from high altitude. Nice landmark actually, like 3 big mirrors. Okie doke. So that's waypoint 7. Next stop, Cessnock. Okay, so I've just had a little break in Singleton, which is waypoint 4 in our Cessnock flight. Could do some fishing in the river over there, but haven't got time today. Anyway, the scenery's gorgeous. Cessnock's back down that way, near that edge of that plateau there. So here's the river curving around the north and west part of town. Let's just fly along that, past waypoint 4, and then off to the mines at waypoint 5. Okay, let's get some trim put in. There we go. So we're heading 03 at the moment. We're going to start turning west. There we go. Great colours here. Right, a bit more collective, a bit more trim. There we go, hands-free flying, except for the feet, because they're sitting on the anti-torque, but actually, there you go, that's totally hands-free there. Awesome. I'm so impressed with myself. Right, we're heading west, and the river's going to turn south momentarily. You can see by the line of trees next to it where the river is. Round we go. And waypoint 4 is on the first of the 2 bridges we're going to see in a moment. There they are. There we go, there's waypoint 4. Now we're pretty much going to follow this heading slightly to the right. So actually, what am I talking about? Keep it simple, we're heading southwest to the mines, which you can already see from here actually. And our radar altitude is about 400 feet. Okay, so wave goodbye to Singleton for now. Let's climb a bit. Add some collective. See if I can get up to about 1,000 feet. There we go, 900, 1,000. And we can see the mine. Appearing in front of us. Yeah, look at the patterns in that field and the rich colours. Awesome. A bit more. Actually getting pretty fast. I'll back off a bit on the collective. There is a small red line on the airspeed at 100 knots and a larger one at 140, which I presume is velocity never exceed. So I don't know, maybe 100 knots is optimum cruising speed. So there is the river curving back to the east. And then the mine. Very cool. Here we are, waypoint 5 in our Cessnock flight from Australia 1 at the north end of the mine. Let's just follow the roads a little bit. This is great to be able to get up close and personal with all this amazing landscape. Just trimming back a bit, slowing down. Yeah, wow, there's levels and levels to this area. Yeah, could probably never get down here in the MiG, I reckon. That's awesome. So this happy playground would probably keep me occupied for hours actually. And we've just penetrated the northern end of it. It's going to go on for another 10 miles or so to the south. Quite amazing. Just looking west, coming around to south now. Yep, just kicks on. Let's go a little bit further down. And at the next waypoint, the south end of this mine, is a town called Broke. Great weather today too, very clear. Yeah, look at that. That is super duper impressive. Let's have a look at the skid cam. That's awesome. There's the tail cam. Right skid. Left here a while ago, as we used to say. Yeah, heaps of fun. Look at that. And that very impressive plateau which we're going to cross between waypoint 5 and 6, I think. That's 5, 6 and 7, yep. Heading back to the southeast, Cessnock being over that away. That's awesome. Okay, there's our, I've got to get the name right of this, it's quite a long name. Mount, bear with me. Oh, Mount Thorley Wykeworth Mine, I want to get it right. Yep. So I had to refer to my notes. Awesome, lots of fun, plenty of places to land in a chopper, and probably even the bush aircraft could probably manage it as well. Fantastic. Okay, it's a nice clear morning at Cessnock in Australia, New South Wales, YCNK, and I'm going to have a bit of a look around Cessnock Airport in the Bell 407. See how we go. Lifting collective up, and here we go. Okay, looks like some kind of admin building, I guess. Hangar. Just getting my anti-torque pedals sorted. So whole airport's surrounded by bush, as we call it down here, trees. It means a bunch of trees. And a little lake in the middle of the airport. It's nice having these fields out here in case you have to do some emergency landing after takeoff. It's the main road now. Which way heading? South. Yeah, so this road will take us into Cessnock itself. I'll just complete a circumnavigation of the airport boundary. Just see what features we've got here. So we've got the buildings back there, we've got a little lake, lots of open area here to the south of the runway, or the, let's see, I think east of the runway. Yep. So we're heading south now. Another lake, or a pond, I guess. Some of these fields probably a bit rough to land on with these furrows ploughed in them. Okay, there's no traffic. Okay, we're turning around to the west. There's west and coming back to the north. So it's runway 35 and 17. So there's 35. Pretty decent sized airport. One of the larger country airports that we're going to see in this first volume of Australia 1. This is in the Newcastle and Hunter region, which is just north of Sydney. Okay, clouds have entered the scene, and here's where we started from. So if I can land here in one piece, that would be the optimum result. Okay, got into kind of a hover. Let me concentrate now and relax. Try to relax. I always misjudge the height, so probably about 20 feet now. I guess about 15. I reckon that's close to touchdown. Let's just focus on. Here we go. Here we go. I'll see if I can just get it down. There we go. I think we're down. Yep. Not too bad. So there we go. There's a quick look at Cessnock Airport.